Are you into making your home cool, creative, and cozy on a low-cost budget? Then this show's for you. Welcome to the Blueberry Cottage and my new home. Now you can follow us as we do projects all over the new house that are creative and totally local. And we're going to be visiting some awesome properties in and around Ketchikan to give you some great ideas for your house too. The bathroom is coming along. We spent all weekend priming and painting with a color called Mineral Ice from Benjamin Moore. Now our friends down at Madison's, they're able to match anything. In fact, they did that off my Verizon phone using my Pinterest account, which is super cool. I'm really happy with the color. We painted right over the paneling and it turned out outstanding. A lot of older homes have paneling like this, so I talked to the guys at Madison's. I really want this paint to stick, especially in a warm, moist environment like a bathroom. So what they said was to get a primer that is actually a mildew killer, so that's what we got, and we primed this first, and then we went in with a semi-gloss. Now a semi-gloss in your bathroom is the best way to go. Gloss, a little bit too shiny, but semi-gloss will keep that moisture out and it looks nice. In addition, this particular room gets little, if any, light. Right outside this window is the side of a mountain, so there's no light coming in here. Not even on a sunny day, you might get a sliver of light. So what I was really looking for was the reflection off of the semi-gloss to hopefully brighten up this room a little bit. Now there's some other issues that are really needing addressing in this bathroom, namely the floor. So we'll be having our friends at Southeast Flooring come and visit us this week to give us a quote on something that will look a lot better. Now, one thing that we talked about while we were painting this room, if we're gonna do the floor, we might as well switch out this horrible, this is just a terrible toilet. It's aged, it's damaged, and who would ever want to use that? Certainly not any guests that I would have to my house. So that is the after bleach look on the toilet. So I think it's worth spending about $100 to go to our friends at Madison's. Now I will tell you that I went ahead, you know, I'm gonna do due diligence because I know you guys do out there too. When you think about shopping local, think about what you're spending down south plus shipping to get it here, and then also how many jobs are affected by you shopping online. So when I marched over to Madison's today, I found a whole slew of toilets, like who goes toilet shopping, right? But I was toilet shopping today, and they were comparably priced without the shipping and cash and carry. The guy told me I could take my toilet and run for this bathroom. With that being said, if we're going to do the floor, we're gonna rip out the vanity. I searched out and found a $20 porcelain pedestal sink, and I took the bottom off of it. So we'll see if I can't find a table to go underneath it. I think I've got a line on one. So I did actually find a really nice side-by-side white medicine cabinet on sale cycle. Paid $15 for the pair. But after I looked at the quality on those, I thought maybe I'll put those down in storage. This is a duplex after all. Maybe I'll use that somewhere else. However, we still need to address this light issue up here. There's this thing up here. I'm gonna pull on, I can barely find the chain. That's how you turn it on and off. And these 3 light bulbs, that was the only light bulb that worked, so I took it to test another light in the house. We're definitely gonna be replacing that. I'm gonna have to see if the light fixture that I picked out at Madison's is actually gonna work here based on the fact that the lights hang down a little bit, but we're for sure replacing that because that is awful. Okay, so like who is gonna take a shower with this thing? There's water coming out. It looks like it's from the 70s. I don't know what this jerry-rig thing is, but I took a look at this faucet where the water comes out right now, and I've got some pretty good options over at Madison's for less than $50. In fact, I found a nice shower rain head for about $30, so that's what I think I'm gonna go with because it is a water saver, it's inexpensive, and it'll look really cool too. All right, let's talk about my favorite part of the bathroom, other than the fact that it is a super cool, groovy disco color. It's horrible. This is just awful. It needs to go. So we're gonna cover this up. We're gonna talk to our friends at Southeast Flooring. They have all of the neatest things. Now I did find this really neat white river rock tile that they might be able to install, but that might not be in my budget right now. So in the meantime, for you renters out there and for you people that are looking for a temporary fix, I did, unfortunately, I looked for it locally, they do not have it. I found a stick-on tile. Apparently, if you heat it with a blow dryer, it will come off, and it looks like glass. It's a gel tile, so we may go that route, but I did a little preliminary measuring, and I'm not quite sure if I ordered enough. So we're gonna wait to talk to the guys at Southeast Flooring and see what they have to say. Maybe they'll have an economical option, I don't know. In the meantime, the other thing that's going on in this shower is it's pretty nasty. So I'm gonna look around, hopefully at Madison's or at Walmart, and find something that's really going to probably fumigate me and this room in cleaning this and making this just as white as possible, because who wants to have, you know, you've got family visiting, you've got, in fact, my daughters are coming home. Who wants to be in a shower that looks nasty and gross? Another super gross part of this bathroom is this ventilation fan. Now you need a ventilation fan in your bathroom to get the moisture out and the heat out and the steam and everything else. Otherwise, all of the other great things that you've done in your bathroom are all for naught. However, when I propped this thing off, the cover off, I discovered this kind of mess in here. So I'm gonna be vacuuming that out, but the fan works just fine. So I've got the plastic cover and the screw hidden away in a baggie, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray paint those white, and I don't need to replace this right now at this time. So you saw the heap of trash that I'm working with in that bathroom. It's already looking pretty good thanks to the great folks at Madison's. We've got great paint colors going on in there. We're gonna have Southeast Flooring over to look at the floors later this week. But in the meantime, I'm totally out of my element. Larry, I need a shower head. The thing that's on there right now is like literally with like little girls' hair ties held up there. It's got this huge hose, horrible. So I was gonna walk down and show you what I've got. The thing coming out of the wall, pardon my chick term, is literally at this angle. I don't want to go with the hose thing because I think that adds a lot of room for people to yank it or, you know, just basically ruin it. I'll be replacing it. Now I was here kind of scoping this out yesterday, and there was a handyman from around town. Don't know who he was, but he was grumbling and grumbling, taking care of someone's property, and the person came in and said to get another brand, and he said, no, I gotta be Delta, gotta be Delta. Okay. So can you recommend an easy to install for someone like me shower head? I like the rainwater type. I don't know.
So do you have the shower and the bath unit?
We do.
Or is it just the shower?
We do. So all I need to do is replace this end part.
Okay, so what color is your sink? Because we kind of want them to match.
It's going to be a chrome color.
Okay. Because that's basically just going to unscrew.
Right, exactly. So I was thinking this one's a Delta.
It's got the rainwater one.
It has the rainwater, but I don't know if it's adjustable. So the other one that I was looking at was this, which is only $10 more. This water pick, because when you look at the picture on there, it looks like it's going to come up and out over the person more.
Mm-hmm. It's just going to give you a little more height.
So for like tall people?
Mm-hmm.
Which one of my daughters is like a giant, so that would probably work. So really no difference. That was that guy's preference. Delta is a fine brand. I think Waterpik is as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the Waterpik. Now here's the other $1 million question. We'll put the Delta one back, but at only 30 bucks, that's a pretty good deal. And I will tell you this, and you too at home, I actually did my homework, and you should too, because the deals are just as good here at Madison's as they are on Amazon, even if you have Prime like I do. In fact, I think they're better deals here because they come with more. You could actually have someone like Larry help you if you're a dummy like me. 41 bucks, I'm in, I'm happy. Here's my project. It's gonna sound crazy. So I've got this idea to put the toilet paper on a cleat on the wall. But I don't understand with this picture how you're gonna get the toilet paper on and off. So my daughters literally eat toilet paper. They go through millions and millions of miles of toilet paper, and I wouldn't wanna go through the hassle of trying to get that roll off. Plus, when we took off the old, the side-by-side typical standard toilet paper roll,
right.
There's still 2 holes that are somewhat visible in the wall. So I was wondering if you had boat cleats that were affordable, but maybe I could go side by side and they wouldn't be like these huge, ginormous things. You got that, right? Yes. I know you guys have that.
Yes,
Can you show me where it is?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay, this is totally not gonna work, but I could do 2 of these side by side. Do you think these are too big? Oh, those might be a little bit too big. What do you think? Those?
Compare them.
Yeah, these are like huge. Let's go with that, 2 of those.
Okay. galvanized boat cleats are fairly inexpensive.
So then I was thinking of doing some sort of like, I don't know, PVC pipe or whatever in the middle to simulate the roll.
Right.
And then I was thinking of just some rope and then a loop around, and then people could just take the loop off, replace the roll, put the loop back on.
Easy replacement.
Okay, and you, nylon rope would work?
Yeah, any sort of rope will work. Color
Okay.
is your choice. We have a variety of it, so white rope.
And what
good
about
with
the
pretty much any
what
color.
about the pipe in the middle? Because I want it to be nautical. What do you think?
Well, there's two options. Brass, which is more expensive, or galvanized metal, which is less expensive and lighter. So if you don't have nylon anchors in your drywall, this is probably a better choice.
Yeah, because I'm looking here. I don't think this is going to go with the color scheme. I mean, it looks cool, but it won't go with the color scheme. All right,
I think
Yeah.
that's plenty.
totally.
Everything's galvanized, so it matches.
Perfect. I love it. All right,
Rope.
lead me to the rope.
And do you need hardware?
Yes, please, hardware. Hello. See, as a chick, I obviously forgot about the hardware need. So I definitely don't want any of these printed ropes, to use
Right.
the chick term.
Understandable.
What about that? That'll work.
Well, there's nylon rope, which is good for just about everything,
That would totally work, and it goes with the color scheme.
and it'll go straight through that. No problem.
Yeah, perfect. I love it. Wait, let me see that cleat again. I just saw something.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna make a chick move here that. Do I have to
And
call
matching-
Louis
and-
Bartow's out of town? Can you make one of those?
And a matching one on the other side?
Yeah, can you make one of
We
those?
can, we can make it.
You can jerry rig it for me?
We can.
Sweet, that would look awesome. I love it. Okay, so that might up my rope order, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to add at least 8 to 10 feet on for that.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm being oversold. It's like the most expensive toilet paper. Although I will tell you this. Have you seen the Pen Real toilet paper holder?
I have not seen that.
It is in the toilet paper is inside something that looks like a pen reel.
Wow.
And you mount it on the wall, and so you've got the reel there, and then you pull the toilet paper. But out of the budget, $129, plus it's not local. It's $129, not local. That means it's totally out, not under consideration.
But if you save all your old reels, then you
That's
can
a
reuse
big
them.
reel, though.
You can reuse them.
All right, very cool.
Okay. So we got the rope.
Okay, so let's test something. Being the chick that I am again, where'd these go? Okay. So they're gonna be roughly that far apart. So how much rope? I mean, it shouldn't be too loose in the middle is what I'm saying.
Right. The knot is actually going to take more rope
Okay,
than that will.
okay,
And let's get Shane to do the knot because
Okay.
Shane makes them look good.
awesome. All right, poor Shane. He had no idea this was in his job description today.
Not today.
Shane has to promise not to be mad at us.
Well, we could get the hardware while he's on the phone.
Okay, let's do that.
I suppose. Do you have drywall anchors?
It's actually paneling, wood paneling.
Oh, so we can just use regular screws. Okay, great.
And I know for a fact I don't have those. At least what I need.
If it's wood paneling, then screws are going to be fine. Zinc are going to be the cheapest.
And are they gonna stand up to the steam in a bathroom?
Yes, they will.
Okay,
If you're going to want it long enough, because these are set in, so it's going to be
Right.
flush after they're in, but you want enough grabbing onto the wood.
exactly.
These aren't terribly heavy, so you're not going to need.
And I'm hoping my toilet paper isn't that heavy.
If it
That would
is-
be really bad.
If it is, you might change brands. Let's just.
I think it should be longer.
Yeah, that should be longer. Let's just do the 1.5 inch.
Okay, that works.
So let's do 4 of those.
And I see you have those handy baggies up there.
Yep. So all we need are. Oh, that's actually 1.25 inches. So we'll grab. Just gonna grab 4 flathead wood screws.
Okay, so far we've got that, those, a little bit of rope, for the world's soon-to-be most ultimate nautical toilet paper holder.
That's right. Now you just need some
You're still looking at me with doubt.
Now you just need some nautical charts in your magazine holder next to it.
I don't. No. I'm sorry. Magazine holders do not. Not in my bathroom. No way.
Not even for the nautical charts, huh?
No.
I tell you. And those are 12 cents.
I don't know. That could be out of my budget. You're racking up the expenses there.
I tell you. Well, you can compensate that with...
Wait, that's not the one we want. Yeah,
no.
these are the 4.
You can compensate the cost of the screws with switching from Charmin to Scott's single ply.
We have a desperate need to help me with my toilet paper holder.
Monkey knots on each end.
So here, I'll show him the picture. Here's the picture that was the original inspiration. And then we decided that how in the heck would you get the toilet paper off if you needed to change it, right? That looks entirely too complicated. So with that being said, we're going with the side-by-side cleats. And then
Just a pair of monkey's fists through the cleats.
And then we've got that for the actual holder and the rope in the middle because it's a nautical themed bathroom.
I love it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you do. So that means you'll tie the knots? Sweet. And that means I can continue shopping. Gotta have that one. So I'm super happy. I found these great signs that I'm gonna have some fun with. Number 1. Number 2. But this one, I think I'm going to be able to use either in the entryway, I think in the entryway to the front door. Because the house is located in one of the most notorious sections of Ketchikan. This totally rocks. I think this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it would be quite an accent to your bathroom, that's for sure.
So while we were waiting for him to tie the knots, you were like, hey, I need to figure out a way to do that in my bathroom.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a totally groovy idea.
It's a great idea.
Okay, cool. Let's go check out. Ta-da!
Right.
It's gonna look awesome. Had to pick up a couple extras. Bear straps for the garbage and a boot rack, only $7. Super cool find. Now we're back to the old game of we've been shopping so much, which one of Michelle's credit cards will actually work today? Paul, I have not done this in 20 years. I renovated a home that was built in 1897 in upstate New York, and I really did a terrible job of it, and I have one room. I know it's like a teeny job for you, but I totally need a little bit of expertise. So I told you guys maybe a paint color that might look good, and you brought some samples over. What have we got going on here? It looks like anything from not expensive to expensive, or what?
Definitely this is the cheapest rate to go. Not that it's a bad product, works good for many different occasions. This would be your cheaper route. This is a little more, this is like forever. Tile lasts a long time, very durable, can't hurt it, super durable compared to a vinyl. You know.
How about the installation though? So if I've got a small 10 by 10 kind of bathroom, obviously we're gonna take out, well, I was told this, I wouldn't have known this. We're gonna take out the toilet, take out the vanity, have a clean space in there. Can I install this on top of the vinyl that's in there?
If the vinyl is down really good and it's no bubbles, no tears or anything, you can definitely put this over the top.
Okay.
But most guys aren't gonna warranty going over someone else's product.
Oh, okay.
Because
interesting.
Who's to say if their product starts to come apart, and then ours is glued to it, and it starts to come up, so they don't want to warranty it. But we do it all the time. If the floor's in great shape and you just don't like the color, why spend the extra money of tearing out the old vinyl, scraping the floor, prepping it, to put new vinyl down?
Okay.
When you could just go right over the top, it's not that thick, it's not gaining any height, barely any height. And it's a cheaper way to do it.
So,
still would last just as long.
Let me ask you a question. If I was, say, I know there's a lot of folks that are renters in town, and maybe the landlord hasn't done a whole lot of stuff to the particular property. In fact, this home that I just bought used to be a rental for a long time. And the landlord kind of knows that you're going to be there for a while and says, okay, go ahead, choose a flooring. Would this be a good option?
This is a great option for a do-it-yourselfer even. I can do this very easily. It's not hard. Pretty self-explanatory. You're cutting around the room. You got to glue it down. You can get it on YouTube. Anybody can.
Really?
Everything on YouTube nowadays. You can figure out how to do anything.
Oh, wait, you're taking away from the craftsmanship of your guys, though, right?
Well, yes, definitely. We love to do it all, you know. That's what we do for a living. We definitely don't want to push anybody away, but if someone wanted to do it themselves, they definitely can do it themselves.
Okay, so this stuff I'm familiar with. I've dealt with vinyl before. That would be an option, depending upon what we're talking about cost-wise. But these, I don't get this.
Stuff.
What is this?
Vinyl planking is great stuff. The nice thing about vinyl planking is
This is groovy looking.
it's super durable. It's stronger than vinyl.
Yeah, look how thick.
Super thick. They come in lots of different thicknesses. The nice thing about this is, say you do a whole room and someone messed up one spot in the room. You could just peel one of these out, put another one in,
Oh, really?
and not have to replace the whole floor like you would have to do here. If someone damaged this, there's no fixing it. You'd have to replace the whole floor.
Exactly.
This, if someone just damaged one piece or two, you peel it out, stick a new piece in. Very simple.
Okay.
Easy to repair.
From
waterproof.
Okay, so from a percentage, I'm thinking about my budget because I'm paying for this myself, even though Jacob, the camera dude, is filming and everything, but it's coming out of my pocket. So I want to know percentage-wise, is this, say, like 20% higher cost than that, or just a
It just
ballpark?
depends. 20% is pretty close.
Okay.
It just depends, because there is lots of different prices on these, because you can get thicker, thinner stuff. Same with this. You can
I like
get thinner
this,
and
though.
thicker.
I like this color, and it's got that kind of farmhouse look that's really popular
There's
right now.
a lot of vinyls that look just like wood now.
Okay.
I mean, people are moving to this compared to wood because water doesn't hurt it.
Okay, but this,
That's the best.
I know.
I mean, for durability.
I know it is.
But pricier, definitely more pricier compared to this. I would say it's probably double.
Really?
Because of the installation, there's a lot more to install that.
Okay.
Between backer boards, grout, mortaring, coming back another day. This you can do in a day. That is a minimum of 2 days, even on a small project.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. So I could go. This is going to be very durable. I'm gonna really pay for what I get on this one.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
You get your money's worth out of that.
Okay, but
it's-
more installation.
More installation.
We have a lot of friends from out of town.
Yep.
They come over and visit, and they've got like, you've walked up to this house, they've got a stone in their shoe or something
Yep.
like that, and then
Gouges
I've actually
it.
had that happen.
Oh, I
And then
believe it.
you're done with the whole sheet. So
You're
I
done
mean,
with the whole sheet. Yep.
This is the one my checkbook is wanting to go with this one.
Yep.
But my common sense is thinking that this one's going to be the better option. And you guys do free estimates, which is why you're here.
Yep. Free in-home estimates.
Okay, and then, I want to go look for a second, but I also told you that maybe I would be interested in having you take a look at this really not so great tub.
We do.
The tub is
too.
good. No, the shower thing is just
New tubs around.
icky. Yeah.
Around the side of the tubs.
These are beautiful. And this is really cool because it's the cottage on the creek, that's what I call it.
Yep.
And so that would go along with the creek theme. But this looks really difficult to install. I don't know if I'd have the patience to do that.
Tile is not for a do-it-yourselfer most of the time because
Okay.
it is a lot more work intensive.
Right.
And you want it to last a long time. So if you don't put it in right, your product's not going to last as long. So it's all on the prep work. Same on anything. It's always the prep work is the most important part to making a good product in the long run.
Okay.
Tile is great. I mean, it's most durable, waterproof. You know, these come in bigger sheets though to install. These are a 12 by 12 sheet, and they just kind of go together like a jigsaw.
So could we, just for easy math for the folks at home, if one of these cost $1, one costs $2, and one costs $3, which one would it be? Are they all pretty comparable here?
These ones are all pretty close.
Okay.
The rock is going to cost you a little more than, say, either one of these two.
I want to do the job right. And I have a feeling that when you see this shower surround, I know what you're going to say. Okay, be kind. So this is the flooring question. You know, here's another question that we need to think about is I'm going to be pulling out that vanity and putting in like a bowl sink on top of something like a vintage dresser or set of
An
shelves.
open shelves, open legs underneath,
Yeah.
so you're gonna be seeing underneath of it.
Right, and I don't know, does the vinyl go all the way? Who knows?
It's a good possibility because there's no trim around it, so I'm guessing that the vinyl would be going underneath that cabinet.
And then we would obviously take, because the toilet will be replaced.
Definitely
It's
have to
so
pull the
gross.
toilet.
And I've already like poured gallons of bleach in there and it's still scary.
The typical toilet.
Okay, so we could probably go right over, why could we go right over this? I mean, it looks good.
It looks like all the vinyl is glued down. Usually you can see if there's like some bubbles, you'd see bubbles in the floor. And the most common spot for the bubbles would be right by the shower, because that's where water comes out past the shower curtain, starts to drip around, and it's all solid all the way around here. So I would think it would be no problem to just go over the top of this,
Okay,
which would be definitely not a problem.
and that saves on the installation.
That saves on the installation, because to pull this up, it's gonna come up in little chunks, and then you gotta scrape the whole floor.
So, gross, 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 nasty. We just did this experiment right here just to see.
Yep.
Because believe it or not, it was red.
Red.
underneath it. It was, someone said, oh, I should go paint this. I don't know. Whatever. But, I mean, this, I mean, you're thinking the whole thing needs to go, aren't you?
Yep, I mean, you can do the same thing, but with these kind of tub surrounds, they're real thin, they're cheap, and after so long, just like temperature and heat makes them brittle. So the plastic gets real brittle and they break, crack. They start to leak in here, water gets in behind, just does more damage. They're cheap and effective, they do what you need, but they don't last a long time.
Okay, so if I were to get a quote from you on a new, I think the quote that I want to get is it possible, do I need to take this out if I want to tile?
If you're gonna tile, yes, we have to cut this out and put a backer board in there, and then we waterproof the backer board, and then we tile right over it. We can go from tub to ceiling to, some people just stop just above the shower head where the water, could spray off of them.
Okay.
Tile's the best way. It lasts a long time. I mean, the only reason you would ever change it is because you didn't like the looks of it.
Now, could I get the shower surround from you? Because you're a general contractor, right?
Yes, general contractor.
So could I get 2 quotes from you?
Yes,
One
definitely.
for,
A tub surround,
A
and
tub
one for a
surround.
tile surround.
yeah, and then just going, for,
Yeah, most
Tall
of the
guy
time
size.
we use about 7 feet from the floor is what we usually do.
okay.
Which is about a foot away from the ceiling in this room.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And then in the meantime, what I can do is put up my little cute shower curtain
and
and my
hide it.
new shower head and call
Yep.
it a day for now.
Yes, definitely.
All right, I like that. That'll work. So for installation on the floor, if you guys do it, and the plank is what I'm leaning towards,
Okay.
then that's going to be a 2-day job.
No, we could do that in one day.
Really?
One day, no problem.
Okay. And then we'll see what kind of damage we're going to do here.
Yep.
And either put this off for a month or whatever.
If we did this as a tile, it would take probably 2.5 days to do it in a tile. If we did this as a tub surround and do another tub surround, day job. Could do it
Really?
in a day. No
Okay.
problem. Tear off, put a new one on in a day. Tile takes a little longer because we have to cut it all out, put a backer board in, and we have to waterproof it. So you have to let it sit, dry for overnight, come back the next day. You could set all the tile in a day, just about, let it dry, come back the next day and grout it. So it's a 3-day process.
So you saw my Pinterest board.
Yep.
You have an idea of the look that I'm going for. And we want to show folks a different option. So this is my house, right?
Yep.
Not everyone's going to recreate my house.
No,
and their
everybody's
house.
different.
Right, so let's talk, maybe later at the store, let's talk about an option that might be good for me, because I'm looking for a budget-friendly option,
Yep.
but something that's going to last. I'll pay
Yes,
a little bit
definitely.
more.
Yep.
And then let's talk about some options at the store of someone who really is doing a serious remodel and
Okay.
maybe cost is not such a factor for them.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, cool. But in the meantime, let's go see how those planks look in here. But I got it just for my own, to say that I did my due diligence. I got to bring the vinyl in,
Okay.
just to make sure.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
I know which one I'm leaning towards. But there's, okay, which one do you like?
I like either one of these two.
Okay.
I like this. I'm not a dark fan because more the dark, more it shows any
Dirt,
kind of
hair.
hair, lint.
Gotcha. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Let's
Up
go with
next
that.
to the paint, and don't know. To me, that looks too retro.
Yes.
I think that looks too retro.
I'm not a big fan of the kind of octagon look,
Yeah.
but it was pretty popular, and it is coming back a little more because I do have a lot more samples of colors where they're getting more and more of that octagon look in it.
Now see, I think this looks cool, but then I've got a problem here.
Yes.
So,
The thing with grays go with about anything.
and there's a little bit of black in that carpet.
Yes, there is some black in the carpet, so I would think that it would, either one of those colors actually blend with it pretty good.
Can I be the total chick for a second?
Yes, you definitely can.
I'll be right back. Okay, so this is literally
The rugs.
the rugs. That is the shower curtain, and that would be kind of the color of some of the, so that,
Wall hangings.
yeah, some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Either one of those grays definitely go with it. It's
And in this, you know, even, let's just put this aside because that's a stupid hook, but either one.
the blue and gray. Blue and gray goes together good.
Let's do a vinyl coat for due diligence, the gray,
Okay.
and how many square feet do I have in here, do you think?
Well, we can take a measurement and
Okay.
I can tell you really shortly.
Well, that was quick.
We're at just under 7 foot by 9 foot.
Oh, wow, so 63 square feet.
Yep.
Okay.
And obviously you give it a little waist. And then when it comes into vinyl, when you get a vinyl, it's 12 foot no matter what for the width. You can get it in 200 feet long to 1 foot long.
Okay.
But it's 12 foot no matter what. So
Okay.
you gotta buy it in 12 foot goods. And you just take the shortest amount of measurement because you already know it's 12 foot one way. So we give you a 7 by 12 foot piece for this bathroom.
If I were going to be a do-it-yourselfer, in this case, it's going to be a Dave-it-yourselfer.
Yep.
So Dave-it-yourselfer would need what else to do this job?
To do this job, virtually we're gonna go over this floor. So there's nothing wrong with this floor. We can just go right over it. You just need the glue and a roller. So if you're putting this stuff down, or this, anything you're gluing down, you roll over the top of it. We have a 100-pound roller, you just roll over it.
Okay.
A trowel, glue, and a knife, virtually is all you need for in here. Besides the tools to take anything apart that's
Right,
hooked to
exactly.
the wall, the toilets, you know, stuff like that.
And so it better be a quick job because this is the only bathroom here.
Very quick. This is a one-day job. I mean, a half-a-day job,
And I need
really.
to put my toilet back in immediately, being a chick.
This is like maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours to do, and then put the toilet back in.
Okay.
Very short.
Cool. So that's what we decided on. And this is the one you were talking about, right?
Yep, another option.
Okay, oh, I actually like it. So where's that gray, the darker gray that we didn't choose? Oh yeah. I actually like this because it's got a little bit of cream in there.
It's got a lot of color going on it. Instead of just gray and white, it does have some black in it, some brown. You do have some brown trim in there. If you were to put the brown trim back on the floor and not paint it a different color, I think it would blend with this
totally
one.
match, yeah.
Would blend even more.
Oh really?
Bye-bye, Lydia. She's so funny.
See you when we do the next room. I like this.
Are you liking that one?
Yeah, I do like that one.
It is a great color. This brand we saw a lot. This is a newer brand to us, which has pretty much took over our market. A lot of people are loving the colors and that are in that line.
Okay, so just so folks know at home, if I was going to have you order this though, how long would it take?
This takes almost 2 weeks.
Okay.
This I can get in a week, pretty much any day of the week.
Okay, but you have it here now.
Yeah, I have this one in stock.
So I could like buy it and go.
Buy it and go.
If it was going to be a Dave-it-yourself project?
Yep. And I do have some in these, just not in these colors. I do have this in stock all the time. It's just
Okay,
depends on the color
so
you want.
let's do that. Now, let's walk me through, we were really talking about the tub thing here, and we really didn't make any decisions. And you were, I don't know, I'm a real traditional kind of gal. Would that be boring to do in there?
No, when it comes to white, there's so many different sizes you can go with. They got like 4x4, 6x6, you can do 4x6, you can do 4x8s, subway tile they call it. A lot of times you see it in That's just a square, you know, 4x4. We just actually done a whole shower.
The installation on the size of these, it doesn't matter, right?
Nope, doesn't matter.
Okay, so it's
It all is by square footage. We
Okay.
do everything by square
So
foot.
if I choose a more intricate pattern like this, is it going to be a higher price point than something like that?
Yes, it would be.
Okay. So can you do me a quote then for just the white
Yep.
subway tiles?
Yes, definitely.
And then we'll do.
And like this size, or there's lots of different sizes. I don't think there's any.
Is
I
that
actually
the
have
size
some
you would
board.
recommend?
It's a preference.
Okay.
It's all a preference. Some people we've done 4x4s for, some we've done 2x2s.
No, because you know what? I think I like the smaller one because the bigger one will look too apartmenty.
Yep.
I just.
And
think-
then you could break it up, like do like most of the shower with that, and you can put like a decorative piece in the middle, halfway up the shower, just to break
Ooh,
up all
that
the
would look
white.
fancy. Yeah, cool.
And there's lots of options of glass that you could put in there, like different sorts of glass. There's probably some on the back side of this
Oh,
even.
yeah. Oh, wow, look at that.
Like this is glass. Like a lot of people will put like a glass border in the middle.
If I wanted to take this to my house, could I come check it out like a library?
Definitely,
Oh,
definitely.
really?
Come here, these boards just slide right out. Everything we have in here is you can take home with you to take a look at, put it in your house. Because everybody's lighting's a little different.
Right.
Our lighting's different than in your house.
Tell me about some other things that you offer here because I don't even know.
We offer a lot of tile, carpet, hardwood floors, laminates. We keep a lot of laminate, carpet, vinyl in stock, and everything to put tile in. We just don't carry tile in stock because there's so many choices that people wouldn't, you know, it could sit around for a long time if we had it. These are all laminates, different styles of laminates. There is some engineered wood in there too. Lots of different laminates. These are a vinyl product. That's a laminate. Hardwoods, bamboo, more laminates, all hardwoods. And then we do have vinyl tile too that looks just like, you know, looks like a tile, but it's vinyl. And you can grout it, have it looking like a tile, or non-grouted, which would be this. There's just hundreds of different styles
Oh my gosh.
of vinyls. This is just one display. Best thing to do is do half at a time because they're pretty heavy.
Crazy. Wow.
And then you can see they really look like wood.
They do. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Beautiful. I mean, it looks like nice rustic wood. I'm showing you more options now.
I know
You're
you're
changed.
killing me.
Wood looks, more glass down this way. And this is where you get into the marbles where they're pricier stuff. And this is just one company out of 4 or 5 that we do choose. Tile's pretty endless. That'd be a nice border in the middle of that, of your white. I'm sure I can find you something that, with some white and some browns in one of these.
There we go.
That would look nice right in the middle.
Exactly. That's it. I'm so boring. It's like white, 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 white.
No, there's nothing wrong with white.
But
White's
is this
classy
going to
and
be more
clean.
expensive than that?
Nope, nope. It's gonna be real close to the same price.
Okay. Yeah.
That would be like the subway tile like I was talking about, which are more square look. But these have that, you know, that panel look.
Right. But I'm definitely going with that. But let's just pretend I was going to do something like this in the middle. Well, I don't want to do that because these colors are going to be out, or these
Yep.
colors will be out in a few years, and
Yeah.
they're tile. So I
Yep.
think I like the white. Play it safe.
That is a safe way to go.
So we've got a couple different options. We're going to get a quote on cash and carry on just the material for the floor
Yep.
for a Dave-it-yourself job. And then we're going to get a quote for you guys to install it
Yep.
over the vinyl, plus the materials, obviously. And then we're going to do a separate quote on the whole shower with the new surround,
New surround
and then the whole shower in tile.
and tile.
Okay, cool.
I like it.
You're going to be ready in like 2.5 minutes, right?
Sure. The vinyl plank for install
the glue and the material and everything, $492.50 plus tax.
What? That's awesome. Are you kidding me?
No, that's for the stuff in stock. If you wanted to go with the vinyl sheet, comes to $502 plus tax.
Why would I even go that route?
The only reason it costs a little more for the vinyl sheets because I have to pay for the shipping.
Right.
Which is an extra $90.
But I mean, we already discussed.
And then I have to order that because that one's not available.
No, I totally want to go with this. Yeah.
That's in stock, delivered, put in, walk out the door. That's us pulling the toilet and the trim and putting it all back in.
When can
in
you
a day.
start?
We could do you on Monday for sure.
Perfect.
Okay. With this one?
Yep.
Okay. I have it in stock.
So excited.
We'll put you on the schedule
This
first
is
thing Monday.
awesome. Hey, and David yourself will be happy too.
Yeah. Unless you want to talk him into putting it in himself.
No,
No.
no. He's sick
Okay.
of projects.
Okay.
All right.
2 options on the shower.
Okay.
Tub surround, if you did that same style like you have, $700 out the door. That's
Okay.
material and labor.
Uh-huh.
With the tile that you picked out, because it's small, remember I was telling you, smaller tiles obviously cost more. You're looking at $2,700
Whoa, okay.
to
Nope.
do that. But if you went with, say you went with bigger tiles, cover more area, they're only around $4. The tile you picked out is more in the $25 a
Oh,
square
no
foot
way.
range.
Yeah, okay. No way.
So obviously that's a lot more pricier for
Exactly.
a simple shower like that.
Right.
So you're looking at a difference, you know, say if we went with a more square tile in the $4 range, you're looking at $400 max in tile compared to $1,500 just for your tile.
And what would my installation be on the
For the whole install of that shower would be $900.
That's more
No matter what way you went.
Okay, that's more palatable.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's like we talked about. I can put up my shower curtain. It'll look cute because no one can see behind it, but I'll still have my floor looking good.
Yes.
Which everyone will see
Yep.
all the time.
Definitely.
Okay, and I like that.
And then, like I said, if you wanted to go the tub surround, obviously it would look a lot nicer. It wouldn't be the stained look and a better caulk job.
I know. I thought the stain look was in.
Nah, it is. In this town, because we get so much water, you're looking at $700, which is a good bang for your buck for sure.
Right.
You get a
But
lot of
From
beauty.
the perception of the person that's actually living there, the tile seems to have a more polished look.
Oh, the
For a
tile.
couple $100 more, the tile would look a lot like I spent a lot more.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Okay. Okay, that's worth thinking about. In the meantime, I'm gonna put up my cute shower curtain.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one. I'm gonna go for it. I want to make sure I get this straight because I'm having a hard time believing it. Materials. You guys come to the house. You yank my toilet, yank my vanity, install this.
Yes.
Materials, labor, the whole 9 yards for $492.50 plus tax.
Yes.
That is a smoking good deal.
It is a good deal.
And that, by the way, I want to clarify for all
That's
of you
not
watching
just
this
for
at
you,
home.
that's-
It's not just for me.
No,
It's-
that's
awesome.
just standard pricing.
Okay, so being that it's the one bathroom, if I bought another toilet over at Madison's,
We can install
can
it.
you put it in?
Definitely. Definitely.
It's awesome. How much?
1 hour's rate, which is $55.
Bingo. You got it. That will save me a bunch of heartache. And then we were talking about the specialized kind of vanity that I want to do.
Yep.
I will take care of that later, and I'll just wash my hands in the kitchen sink for the time being.
Okay.
I mean, but I can't go without a toilet.
No, you can't.
And maybe I'll turn that other toilet into like a flower planter. I don't know, something. I just bought bowling balls for the front yard. Who knows what's next?
I already pre-drained the whole toilet. Pulled all the bolts off. It'll suck up any little piece of dirt. We'll get us a line so we can start in one spot. And the room is a little out of square too, but I'm gonna make it square to the tub so it looks good when we finish. 7 quarter, 14 and a half. So I'm gonna go with 21 inches off of this. I'm only gonna glue from here over to there so I have a place to walk and start it. Or ready for some glue.
And you just trowel it out. Try to get any, cover 100% of the floor. The glue, I mean, you want to try to get everything swept up the best you can, but any little bit of dust or anything, this glue will just pick it up and it'll just won't stay there because the little teeth will stop it from staying on the floor, so it'll just stick right in the glue. So if the glue gets a little dirty, it's not going to hurt it none. And we don't want any little particles or anything on the floor. This vinyl, it'll take a lot longer because it's not porous and sucks in any moisture out of the glue to dry it. So anywhere from half an hour to an hour it takes to dry, completely dry. But once it starts turning clear, we can start laying the floor on it. A lot of times we just glue the whole room, but if you can't reach it, you gotta just glue half at a time. See all the dirt in it? It's picking up everything that's on the floor. Okay, now we sit and let it dry. And I just cut a 2-footer. Just so I know what the factory ends are. It cuts really close to a factory end on that machine, but just so you know you have the factory ends, and you're trying to put factory ends to factory ends always, because they make the nicest cut. And you know you got nice tight seams. All right. Go a little quicker. So otherwise it'll just slide all over the place. I like to cut it so it goes underneath the whole door jamb, so you don't see no cut edges. See how sticky that stuff is now once it's dry? Nice and sticky. That's what we want.
Last piece, Jake. It's beautiful. You know, we line the bolt holes up and just squish down that wax, and that's what makes the seal. And it only gets water past it when you flush the toilet, so it's not like it's got a lot of pressure like a water line, so it doesn't take much to seal it. No leaks. I would keep an eye on that shutoff though, because it looks like I think it stopped dripping, but that shutoff in there you might want to keep an eye on though. Beauty. Hi, Michelle. You like the new flooring?
I love it. I love it. I'm so happy that I went with your recommendation, because had I gone with that lighter gray, I would not have liked it as much.
It would show more things, I think. I think with the brown, it helps with the brown trim you have, and the color. I think it looks good in here.
And even makes my old vanity look halfway decent. I don't know. I still have some work to have happen in here.
Yes,
though.
you're missing a couple little pieces of trim, maybe doing a little paint on the register.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Little sign that says, please don't leave this window open so it rains inside.
Yes, yes. So I think that's little minor things. but
New
other than that, I
toilet,
think-
very cool.
New toilet.
Yep, very cool. Got that at Madison's, and I definitely need to have you back to do the tile work on that hideous thing. In the meantime, I'll do a little touch-up paint just so
Yeah.
it doesn't look so awful right now.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine for now until you are ready for your budget to put some new tile in
Yep,
there.
and then I've got a new light fixture that needs to go in, so just a couple more things that need to happen in this room, and man, it's awesome. I love it.
Good. It's a
It
big
is
change. It's
sweet.
completely different from what she was before.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I like it.
I have graduated from the 1970s.
And moving on up to the 2000s.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, certainly I'm sporting the look of not putting makeup on, instead remodeling houses. And this one has been going, project after project, waiting on people to come over who have been very, very kind to help us out. Remember, I pay for all of these, so we're also waiting on my budget. But speaking of budget, I have a really tight one, and I was really happy with some of the finds that I found locally. And if you're creative and you think that you're gonna have a remodel project coming in the future, or maybe you just wanna do a little redecorating, or maybe even you're moving, think about this. Think about stockpiling all sorts of neat things. I have a Pinterest board that was my inspiration, and I started one called Bathroom. And then I went and looked locally, garage sales, Rendezvous thrift store, Salvation Army, Ketchikan sales cycle on Facebook, and found everything that I needed. So let's do a quick rundown because there's some really, really cool things. So this piece right here typically sells at Walmart. Just this piece right here for about $50, and then the baskets are extra. I scored this whole piece, including the baskets, for $50 on Sales Cycle. I keep going back to Rendezvous, and that is the trick with the thrift stores, folks. And I was able to find cute baskets, mason jars, etc., as well as this little groovy piece. I go to hotels quite a bit with my travels through Rotary, so I've actually been stockpiling hotel shampoo, soap, you name it, for a long while. So I did a little merchandising there. And then I went to Maiden Voyage, And I had seen this on Pinterest and it was like $150. Well, I got it for a fraction of that cost right here locally at Maiden Voyage, and that's on Stedman Street. Got a couple of other things really, really cool that happened. Our friends over at Tongass Marine took my inspiration of a boat cleat toilet paper holder, and we changed that around to make it a little more user-friendly, no pun intended. Found a couple of other items at garage sales. Had this poster, gotta replace that frame still. Baskets from Rendezvous. And then over here on the wall, I picked up this groovy anchor to hold the towels for only $5 on Sales Cycle. Made a last minute decision to go ahead and stick with this old vanity for the time being. After the new floor went in, suddenly this old vanity didn't look so bad after all. So I went out to Walmart, and just because I happened to be there, normally I'd be shopping at Madison's, and grabbed for $5 two brand new pulls that match the silver in the bathroom. For the time being, I still can't find that cabinet that I'm looking for to make that kind of shabby chic, rustic farmhouse feel sink that I'm looking for. I did find a sink, a very cool one at that, on Sales Cycle for only $20, but I've got that in storage, and maybe in the future we'll replace this, but I think for now, it looks pretty good. Okay, so who says little things don't matter? I'm still sticking with this horrible, horrible light fixture, and I don't have a choice right now. Unfortunately, it's on a pull chain. There is no outlet with a switch that turns this thing on and off, so I thought to myself, I happened to be rummaging through a drawer, and our friend Louis Bartow happened to give us, several years ago as a matter of fact, one of these really cool little knots that he makes. So I happen to have this. I usually use it on my zippers on my coats, but I had an extra, so I tied a little string on here, and ta-da! Bam, works just fine. So I've got a lot of really neat things going on, but I've got a couple of other things that still need to happen. Light fixture, I'm crossing my fingers, I'm not gonna need a pricey electrician, or maybe I've got a handyman that can help me out on that project. And I still have a tile project to go, and maybe a little paint in the bathtub, as well as a shower head. So stay tuned, it's turning out really beautiful.